Let's go this time to Ontario. Banging telephone calls in hour one. It feels good. Reggie in Ontario. Hey, Reggie, how are you?
Rome, I'm good, buddy. How are you?
I'm great, Reggie. What do you want to talk about? What's up?
I'm just calling in. I'm not in Ontario, California. I'm in Ontario, Canada.
Awesome.
Just calling in, listening to you on 90.5 Extra Sports FM.
All right, so thanks, Reggie. Next time you call, Reggie, and I say Reggie in Ontario, I don't need clarification of what Ontario. And, I'm all about you mentioning the station that you're listening on. That's great. I'm nothing without stations that carry the program. I couldn't appreciate them more for carrying the program. However, you got to get to your point, yo. We've got a show to do here. So, when I address you by name and I say what town you are calling from, man, just go. Let it rip. What the hell you want to talk about? Even if it takes you a moment to settle in, I'm here for that. That's fine. But if I have to reset it 3 times, you're gone. Reggie, that was really awkward. Really awkward and really bad radio. This is not as hard as you're making it. What do you want to talk about? If I didn't cut you off, we'd still be doing that dance right now. Hey, Rome. Hey, Reggie. Hey, Reggie. Hey, Rome. Yeah, Reggie in Ontario, what's up? All right, let me stop you right there, Rome. I'm in Ontario, Canada, not Ontario, California. Right, Reggie? I knew that. And at the same time, I didn't ask for any clarification either. I didn't need to know which Ontario. 1, I knew. 2, I really didn't care. Okay, Rome. I'm also listening on this FM station. Great. Reggie, what the hell you want to talk about? All right, you had to go through it, I guess. Next time you call, Reg, just get right to your call. How you doing, Rome? Great. Good. Listen, about the Astros. It's pretty easy. Or not nearly as hard as you're making it. Hey, Rome, it's Reggie. Yeah, I know, Reggie. It's Reggie in Ontario, Rome. I know. Rome, it's Reggie in Ontario, and right now it's 56 degrees, and there are 4 clouds in the sky. Great. Thank you, Reggie. Hey, Rome, you know what I had for breakfast? No, Reggie, tell me. What did you have for breakfast? I had eggs. Great. What did you have, Rome? Same. Reggie, how long are we going to keep this up? This is why we don't take a lot of telephone calls. I mean, there are a lot of people who call. We just don't take a lot of the calls. And if that's the kind of call that we do take, you can only imagine what we turn away. All right, clones, there's your refresher course. This is how this is going to go. You're going to call me. You're going to talk to Adam Hawk first. Hawk is going to be happy to talk to you. He's going to say, what do you want to talk about? You're going to tell him. He's going to say, great, that works. Or he's going to say, you know what, that doesn't work. If it does work, he will put you on hold. Then you wait on hold. Then you wait on hold until it's your turn. And then I put you up. And then we have a brief exchange where we acknowledge each other. And then you give me your freaking take. Just get into it. Just get into it. Like, I don't know you. I don't know your family. I'm not going to ask you how the kids are. I don't know if you have kids. At Wells in the 360 tweets, a bad call from Canada. Who would have ever expected that? Signed Smackoff 25. Listen, the bros didn't show up the way that they hoped or that I hoped on that day, but on their worst day, that would never happen to either Matt or Tyler from Shredmonton. Going back to Reggie. Reggie in Ontario jumped the interview. Reggie in Ontario called the program before he was ready to call the program. It did not go well for any of us. Reggie in Ontario. Hey, Reggie, how are you?
Rome, I'm good, buddy. How are you?
I'm great, Reggie. What do you want to talk about? What's up?
I'm just calling in. I'm not in Ontario, California. I'm in Ontario, Canada.
Awesome.
Just calling in, listening to you on 90.5 Extra Sports FM.
All right, so thanks, Reggie. Next time you call, Reggie, that's how that call went with Reggie. Could not have been more awkward. Could not have gone worse. And Reggie, believe it or not, that hurt me more than that hurt you. And here come the email. Dear Jim, I can't believe you ran Reggie. He's my guy. Regards, Dead Air. Romy, I thought that tool from Ontario did a great job on the phones. Regards, Jack from Sacramento hitting you up about the weather. Jack, Sacramento. Nice to have you on the show, Jack. How are you?
Pretty good, Rome. How are you doing?
Doing great, thank you.
I'm actually in the 310 this morning.
Nice.
Yeah. What's up with this cloudy weather?
What's up with you calling me up to ask me about the weather? What do I look like? Dallas Rains? Do I look like Johnny Mountain to you? I love those guys. If I could do anything other than this, I'd want to do what they do. For two reasons. Good work, if you can get it. And secondly, they got the best names ever. Dallas Rains, and Johnny Mountain. Famous weather folk here in LA. And the best thing is, what are the chances that a guy named Dallas Rains would end up as a weatherman? It's absolutely amazing. It's an incredible name. Johnny Mountain. The problem with making calls like that, it hurts in the moment, but the clones never forget. That's Geoff and Lincoln resetting Jack from Sacramento, who made the call like, yeah, actually, I'm down in your neck of the woods, Rome. Awesome, Jack. What's on your mind? Hey, before I get to that, what's up with all the clouds in the sky? As I said, who the hell do I look like? Fritz Coleman? Take it up with them, man. That call was 10 years old, and Geoff still hasn't forgotten it. Which means 10 years from today, my boy in Ontario is going to be taking some still. Rome, I'm emailing from Houston, Texas, not Houston, Mississippi. Our baseball team is the Astros. Matt in Houston. Reggie, you see what that guy just did? At Rich Mickelbus tweets, Jim, I am typing this from Rosemount, Minnesota, not Rosemount, Illinois. On my iPhone XR. How's it going? I'm fine. Anyway, what's up? Rack me! Reggie in Ontario. You can do better than that. I know you can do better than that. I don't know that he can do better than that, but I know you can do better than that. Take your best shot. Wah! Dear Rome, please reset Steve in Cincinnati's call. Mitch from Buffalo unwore Reggie on planet Earth. You see, this is what happens. You make a call that's unforgettable, and the clones will reset it and keep going back to it. Like, how many of you even know Steve in Cincinnati or the call that he made? Let's go to the Natty. Steve in Cincinnati. Good to have you, Steve. How are you?
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Steve.
Hey.
Hey.
That's not a good call. No.
That was fun. Rack him.
You don't like that call. I don't like that call. Not a very good call.
Hey, Rome, please reset Steve in Cincinnati's call. All right, so we've had a segment right now on what not to do if you're going to call the program. Now, this is why, unfortunately, a lot of people are afraid to call the program. Because they're already afraid to call the program. They know that I've got several hundred affiliates and several zillion listeners. They know it's a big stage. They're already afraid. But they're even more afraid when they find out that if their biggest fear is realized and they impale themselves on the jungle wall, that all of you ghouls are going to rush in to murder them. This is why people are terrified to call the program. Unless they're Matt in L.A. or Josh in Detroit or Parody Lawrence. Steve in Cincinnati, like, I had to think for a minute. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that guy. But you clones never forget. What, Robert in L.A. didn't want any of this, Alvin? Robert in L.A. Hey, Robert, how are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
Doing great.
What's cracking? Sorry about that. I had you on speaker all.
Yeah, go ahead. You're fine. You're on the air. What's up?
Hey, what's up? This is Rob. Am I on the air? You sound like Jim Rome.
That's not a good call. No. You don't like that call.
Robert, you've been on the air for like 5 minutes. Yes, Robert. You are on the air. I am Jim Rome. You and I have been talking like for 5 minutes on the air. You're still Robert in L.A., I'm still Jim Rome, and we're having this conversation live on the radio, on the air. Why would you not rush in to call this program? What's the worst that could happen? You'll say or do something really foolish that nobody will ever let you forget, and it will be reset 5 years, 10 years, and 15 years down the road. Other than that, what's the worst thing that could happen if you call this program? Hey, look, I'm not a bad guy. I'm not looking to run anybody. I'm not looking to embarrass anybody. In fact, I'm on your side. I'm here to pick you up. I'm not that guy. Man, I've got a heart. I care. I don't want you to have a bad experience. I'm not one of those guys who doesn't give a damn, who's rooting for you to fail. I want you to do well. I do not want you to have a bad experience. I don't want the callers to have a bad experience. I don't want people I interview to have a bad experience. I want you to think well of me in the program. But if you're not prepared and you show up and that's how that goes, I can't protect you as much as I want. And don't expect me not to call you out. Be ready. Know what you want to talk about. Don't be Robert from LA. You don't sound like Jim Rome. Really? Who do I sound like? You don't sound like Jim Rome. You know what I get a lot when I'm out and about? Happened a few times this weekend. Anybody ever tell you you look like Jim Rome? Yeah. My wife every day, my kids. Do you know why I look like Jim Rome? Because for better or worse, I am. Robert in LA is like, dude, you don't sound like Jim Rome. Really, who do I sound like, Robert? Why don't we go to Albuquerque, Rex, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Hello, Rex.
Hey, Jimmy. I'm actually calling from Albuquerque, Spain, but that's not what I'm calling about. How about this unprecedented heat wave we're having in Southern California, huh? But you know it's not unprecedented? The traffic on the 405, am I right? I mean, what do you do if you have to go to the bathroom? Jim, is this thing on?
Thanks, Rex.
No. You don't like that call. I don't like that call. Not a very good call.
My man in Ontario is still taking some. Rex just did a whole parody. Reggie in Ontario. This is what happens when you're not ready. Reggie was not ready. It went badly. Reggie has been clowned hard ever since that happened. Even Rex came in to do Reggie dirty. Rex from Albuquerque, New Mexico.